How's it going, everybody? I'm Lewis and we've got a new developer blog from the Old School RuneScape team. This is for the third Deadman Mode season. The second Deadman Mode season will finish at the end of September. They'll be running the third Deadman Mode Invitational, and then they'll be launching the third Deadman Mode season. For this third season, they're going to be making a few changes, and this developer blog is really discussing those. Now, in the short time that this developer blog came out and I've made this video, which has only been about a day, they've already removed a feature, and that is transferring stats from the season to the tournament. This was initially proposed, however, the feedback they got right at the start of posting this developer blog was mixed, so they decided to remove it. So let's start off this developer blog properly by having a look at the third Deadman Mode Invitational. Once again, to get into the Invitational, you're going to have to be in the top 2,000 players in the current Deadman Mode season. And if you win, you can actually get $10,000. They don't have much information about this third Deadman Mode Invitational at the moment, however they are keen to improve issues with the last one. These include adding a player count and adding a broadcast letting participants know when the final area will be. If it's anything like the last Deadman Mode Invitational, it'll be really fun to watch. And if you're one of the top Deadman Mode players, really fun to play in. After that Deadman Mode Invitational, the third season's going to start, and they've got quite a few ideas for different rules it can have. First of all, there'll be no trading. Now when we say that, we mean player-to-player trading. You will be able to use the Grand Exchange. This means swapping items and gold will be pretty much impossible, and it'll make teaming in the game a lot harder because you can't just give your team members what you've got in your inventory. As well as this means they can remove people swapping wealth between Old School RuneScape and Deadman Mode. And because of this, swapping gold on Deadman Mode is now against the rules. If you're found swapping gold between Old School RuneScape and Deadman Mode, then action will be taken, such as a ban. A huge benefit of this change is that solo players will have a much easier time. And casual players will be able to have an easier time as well, because they can just go to the Grand Exchange. You don't ever have to meet up with anyone to do any trading. The next rule is the other item transfer restrictions, and really this is an extension of the no trading rule. They want to double check there aren't any ways to sneak items to another player, for example through a minigame. So one way they're going to stop this is if you drop an item, it will never appear to another player. After 1 minute it will completely vanish from the game, meaning you can't drop trade either. Next, the season length. They're going to make the third Deadman Mode season 1 month long. This is because most of the action really takes place in the first month. So shortening the month means that there's a lot more action happening and they can keep opening new seasons for players to get involved in. If you're still interested in playing a 3-month season, it looks like they're going to still keep them, with 6-week gaps between the season changes and the tournament. So there will be more and more Deadman Mode seasons happening soon. The final rule in the third season of Deadman Mode will be for Zora, and they're going to disable Zora in Deadman Mode. This is because the venom and the supplies you can get from the boss are so incredibly useful that if you don't do that, you're at an incredible disadvantage of everyone else in Deadman Mode. So as an experiment, they want to prevent players from accessing this high level boss, which will hopefully lessen the gap between all the different players. So the people with the best gear and the people with not necessarily the best gear still have a chance at having an even battle. Which means when you see another player, you think, oh, I can take you on, and there's a good chance you're going to try and kill them. This should encourage a lot more players in Deadman Mode to fight each other. Finally, we've got a couple of changes to Permanent Deadman Mode, and these actually stem from the second Deadman Mode season because they've worked well and they want to implement them in the permanent version. Unfortunately, they can't implement a Grand Exchange because of development cost limitations. However, introducing the PJ timer and the limit on unnoting items are things they want to offer. This should hopefully encourage a lot more PvP in the permanent Deadman worlds. This all sounds really interesting. I like the fact they're stopping swapping between Deadman Mode seasons and Old School RuneScape, and I can't wait for the Invitational. I really enjoyed watching the second Invitational, and I'm hoping the third one will be just as interesting. If you're interested in what's happening this month in Old School RuneScape, please click here for my video on the month ahead post for September. And if you're interested in the latest Old School RuneScape update, please click here for the skill pets and family pest. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share, and if you want to keep up to date with the Old School RuneScape updates, DevBlogs and polls, please subscribe. I've been Lewis, thanks for watching, goodbye.